The contrary, the private sector is encouraged to create more business beyond the government project. This element is also expected to help overcome the shortcoming faced by Yogyakarta to term of natural resources by boosting the financial support. The academician reflects high quality of human resources. They serve as expert or think tank for economic development. In the light of this, universities and other higher level education institutions provide technical assistance and advocacy for the businessmen. Besides the social modalities, as I have mentioned before, as well as our comparative advantages for being located in the center of Indonesia, I inform you that our local society is very conducive for development that is reflected through their specific values, such as pay respect through traditional, the Japanese cultural values, high tolerance, adaptability to change, and the ability to express the personality in peace and calmness. We also offer several other advantages to do business in Yogyakarta, such as Yogyakarta is the most politically stable province in Indonesia. Transportation and communication connectivity to other regions in Indonesia and even to other countries. High intellectual community, availability of high-skill craftsmanship labor, low production costs and competitive wages for the labor, existing accesses and infrastructure to support any investment project, and highest computer literate ratio in Indonesia. It is my pleasure to inform that this year, 2011, Yogyakarta is included in the assessment of global investment promotion benchmark conducted by the World Bank. And in the year 2010, the municipality of Yogyakarta achieved the highest rank after the evaluation in the survey of doing business conducted also by the World Bank. In the concept of bilateral trade relation between Australia and Yogyakarta, I see there are many business opportunities still open by talking the advantage of the short distance between those regions as well as the low-cost production costs in Yogyakarta, people with high-skill craftsmanship, competitive labor wage, and others. As an example, is coal leather. I know that Australia export raw coal leather to be processed in China, India, and other Asia countries to produce common leather product, as ladies' bag, upholstery, jacket, shoes, and other. But beside those main products, the people of Yogyakarta can produce many byproducts, such as leather shadow puppet, lamp cap, and other handicraft that I am sure that it will contribute added values of the collectors to come a high-quality main product. Talking the advantage of being in a short distance, that means low transportation costs and competitive labor wages, invite Australia investors to establish some factories in Yogyakarta. For example, by opening spinning factory to spin wool and cotton from New South Wales and Queensland, then be sold as half or fully finished product. Those mentioned before are examples of how we can take from the advantages offered by collaboration of the two regions, and I am sure that beyond those two examples, there are other opportunities available to be utilized by businessmen from Australia and Indonesia, especially Yogyakarta. That is the most reason I support the role and participation of Australia-Indonesia Business Conference, or AIBC, in promoting the business cooperation between those two countries. I have a great expectation that this conference will be followed by business-to-business meetings and leads more tight collaboration. Thank you very much.